Good morning, guys. I hope everybody had a good weekend. It is Monday, November 24th, Thanksgiving week. Welcome, Former Squad Morning, live. This is going to be an abbreviated short this morning, or abbreviated live this morning. Good morning, Elena. Coming at you live. Hopefully, our stream holds up. It's going to be abbreviated live this morning. We'll be on for about an hour, maybe. Good morning, Dan. How was your weekend? How was everybody's weekend? Good morning, Juliet. Thanks for being here, guys. Hopefully our stream picks up. Didn't release anything over the weekend, guys. I was working on some stuff, but it's interesting. It's like I almost prefer doing it live because then I have the live feedback and it's not just me. I'm like, I don't know. Does this hit hard enough? Is there enough dopamine in this? So I don't know. We can go over something I made / maybe start making something for tonight. Big weekend in sports. A lot going on. I'm reading about the Eagles' collapse. They were saying they collapsed. They were up 21-0 against Dallas. Ended up losing. Didn't score another point after going up 21-0. So, but at the same time, I'm not too concerned about it. It's almost like there are these mid-season storyline games, you know. The Eagles? You guys didn't know that? Well, yeah, they lost. I don't know why our stream's so bad this morning, guys. Should be better. Eagles favorite tiger until you fire Patullo. It's funny you say that, Dan, because I got a text from my uncle who was saying, like, the other. Anyway, I'll go for full circle. Still getting our scripted part out of the way, guys. Thanks for being here. I hope you guys had a good weekend. Yeah, I'm saying it's like a mid-season storyline game type thing. Like, the Thanksgiving game you got is the Cowboys and the Chiefs. That's the second game after the Lions and the Packers. Big surprise, all four of those teams won yesterday. That would have been the play. Lions, Packers, Cowboys, and Chiefs all won. And they're going to be playing this upcoming Thursday. So I don't know, guys. Maybe we can finish our Calvin Johnson short. I'll show you the final version of the Ed Reed short that I made, but it's like it's different. And I uploaded to YouTube, was all ready to release it yesterday at like the start of the football games, but I didn't love it. Well, it's not that I didn't love it. I like it, but I don't think it hits hard enough. It's funny that you said the Eagles are a paper tiger, Dan, because I got a text from my uncle Dan saying that the Colts were not a paper tiger when they were up like maybe 14-0 on the Chiefs there, and then the Chiefs ended up winning that game. What's up, patient? How you been? How was your weekend? And then last night, so much for our Bucks being a Trojan horse call, guys. They've lost 3 straight now. Now, they were all against good teams. They lost now to the Pats, the Bills, and then the Rams. 3 straight weeks. And Baker got injured and didn't play the second half last night. So, You think? Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Well, there was no kill shot in the Colts game. Colts could have. The Colts should have won, just like the Eagles should have won. Good point, Dan. Steichen like Patullo like Sirianni. Too conservative. Tying those trees together. All right, guys. I'm gonna play the Ed Reed short that I made over the weekend. It's like the final version of a short we were making maybe a couple weeks ago. But I just want to see what you guys think about it. I'll play it a couple times. It's like different. I liked it, but then I like I said, I had it uploaded to YouTube. It's actually spelled with two E's, Elena. Ed Reed, EED. Thanks for being here today, guys. So we'll talk about our schedule this week. Moore's influence showing. Is that which Moore are you referring to, Dan? Is that like the OG coordinator or offensive mind that tree all comes from? Steichen, I mean, it's true. Steichen, like, people criticize the Eagles' offense. Oh, Moore. Okay, yeah. Okay, Moore's influence. Okay, yes. Moore's influence. Kellen Moore. Great call. I agree. I've always been a Kellen Moore fan. How'd the Saints do yesterday? That was Saints Falcons. But guys, yeah, I'm gonna pull up that Ed Reed short. I can't do a New York fan accent, no. I wish I could. One day I'll be able to. Falcons won yesterday. I think that the Saints are just like tanking. I was surprised to see that they were favored in that game. They're tanking. Get a good QB for Kellen Moore to develop. They'll be all right long term. But guys, I was going to show this Ed Reed. It's just like, let me know. We're going to have to edit it some more. And maybe, like I said, this morning we're going to cut it a little shorter. I'll be back on tonight. And then we'll do a morning stream tomorrow, a longer one. And then another more evening stream tomorrow. And then maybe Wednesday we'll do an extended morning to afternoon stream. Maybe spin some wheels. Get some content out there. And then take a break. So maybe no Wednesday night stream. Maybe no stream Thursday, Friday. But it's good. It'll give me time to work on some stuff. Rocking our former squad hat. Anybody else see anything in the over the weekend they wanted to bring up? The Giants were up on the Lions, but the Lions came storming back. Happy Thanksgiving week, everyone. Thank you, Juliet, for sharing those kind words. Yeah, like I said, gonna get this Ed Reed short up. Let me get this Ed Reed short up. We worked on this before. Now, I said NFL's best safety ever. At first I said Baltimore's best safety ever. But then I looked into it a little bit. And I was like, you can say that he's the NFL's best safety ever. I'm not. That's actually my opinion. It would be softening my opinion to not say NFL's best safety ever. If I said Baltimore's best safety ever, to maybe not offend a couple Troy Polamalu fans or Ronnie Lott fans or Dawkins fans, then I'd be shying away from the truth, in my opinion. Now, Ed Reed was the best safety, in my mind, that I've ever seen. Still getting our scripted part out of the way here, guys. So we're doing our, nostalgia throwback. I was thinking maybe we get a Joe Montana video together today if we can. Might be a little ambitious. Anyway, guys, this is you guys have seen this before, but I think the reason why it's not posted is because I thought that the music needed to hit harder, or that it maybe didn't hit hard enough. So let me know what you think. I'll play it a couple times.
I didn't want to be that guy who say, this is what I could have did. I could have been this, I could have did this, and that always drove me.
Like, you're almost waiting for something to happen, the whole time while you're listening to that orchestra. It's called, like, demo orchestra or something like that. I'll play. I don't know. What do you think, guys? It was Ed Reed, Elena. Ed Reed was the one who said, I didn't want to be that guy who said I could have did this, I could have done that. And that always drove me. So I go back and forth, guys. I go back and forth. Because I appreciate it. It definitely has me on edge in a way. And it has a little bit of impact to it. But, like, when you compare it to some of our other impact shorts and impact effect videos, and considering this is Ed Reed of all people, I was debating. I couldn't decide on my own whether or not it hit hard enough. Plus, it was, like, Sunday at 1 o'clock. I'm like, I've never released a video at this time. Could be more hard hitting. Exactly. I think so too, Elena, but how do we get there? How do we get there? Depends what you're going for. We're going for like a response similar to the Reggie White video, I would say. Make something that people like to see, that they like to watch. Now, it's funny because on YouTube's like terms and conditions, it's like you can't make anything just for the views or just for subscribers. And it's like, well, can I make something just so people watch it? That was my interpretation of it. Still getting our scripted part out of the way here, guys. So you want to just use music, Elena, instead, like a slow build to drop, like there. Okay, we can try that because we haven't done that as much recently. It's been a couple. It's funny. It's just like you're not allowed to make content strictly for the point of getting views or subscribers. I don't know, but you see people skirting around those rules. It's funny. It's funny. You see people skirting around those rules, but we never do that. I was just saying, like, I was just responding to what you said when you said depends what you're going for. I was like, well, our goal is to, I guess, entertain, educate, enlighten, inspire, build community, tell stories. So, and plus a whole lot more. Have fun. So, I'm not worried. That was just a side note to what you said. What's a very difficult thing? So we do have our Calvin Johnson video we want to work on too. Well, it's funny, Elena. You'll see a lot of people post things like, use this sound and you'll get 1,000, or people try to get other people to use their content. It's a whole thing, but it's all right. It's not what we're doing. It's not what we're really interested in. So thanks for being here today, guys. Got a lot on the backlog. Still got Jim Brown, Calvin Johnson, Ed Reed, Pete Maravich, Bruce Smith, whole bunch of people. I was also thinking like a Matt Stafford video. Like, Matt Stafford is just playing so well. He's kind of incorporated in the Calvin Johnson video. Thanks for being here today, guys. What's on that cap? Looks familiar. Well, this is our logo, former squad. Came from one of the designers in the chat right here. Engineered by another member of our chat. So, if it looks familiar, it was completely original. Maybe it took some ideas from somewhere, but it does have the nice, guys, because we also got to work on finalizing logo for merch purchases. It does have a nice, you can kind of see the faces in this one, which is what I like, but they're a little obscured by the continents, but it's still sweet. I know, Dan. It's like when you go from, he's so good. Like, I think with last night, he's probably gonna win MVP. We could check the odds, but he's almost certainly gonna win MVP now, I would say. Stafford's almost certainly gonna win MVP. Guys, we also got this video, which is our Calvin Johnson video. Indestructible. I mean, he looks like he could play for another 5 years right now. So I'm thinking, I was also thinking we could do a Jake Delhomme video. Call me crazy. Call him the best Panthers quarterback of all time. I don't even think that's not that ridiculous. Watch the Flyers win over the weekend. They look great. Saw not all, but some of that Devils game. Flyers-Devils. Flyers scored 6 goals in the game, including 3 in the span of like 26 seconds or something like that. So that was fun to see. Maybe we call him greatest Thanksgiving wide receiver ever. Is that true? We'll look at it. Is it true that Calvin Johnson is the greatest Thanksgiving wide receiver ever? Also, guys, I think the reason why I've been liking this neon font color is because we've been doing football videos for the most part. And so you see it next to the green a lot, which I know they tell you green and red don't really look together. But I think that they look great. I guess they're complementary. I'm really liking how the red, the neon, and the green go together. If Flyers go over 500 next 10 to 12 games, they're in the playoffs. Let's go. I'll be tuning in. I think they can do it. Do they have a tough stretch coming up? So, guys, we're calling Calvin Johnson the greatest Thanksgiving wide receiver ever. I might look up receiver with most yards on Thanksgiving. Uh-oh. Now that might be a different short. He doesn't have the most, guys. A player who would fit. Well, I've never heard of this guy, so maybe we could add this guy to the backlog. Herman Moore. Again, maybe I should double check these because I'm just Googling them. And we know how Google can be a little bit spotty these days. But I Googled. Well, we're going to make a couple things for Thanksgiving, Elena. I Googled receiver with most yards on Thanksgiving. Now, we might have to go and double check these. But this was just in reference to, we were thinking about the Calvin Johnson video, calling Calvin Johnson the greatest Thanksgiving wide receiver ever. So I was like, well, if we're going to call him that, maybe have to check the numbers. Looks like Herman Moore had. Now, Herman Moore played for 12 years. I think Calvin Johnson only played for 10. And Jason Witten was a tight end. So we still might just say it. I don't know. But Jason Witten. Yeah, it was it was Jason Witten. That's a good point, Dan. That's a good point. Well, I was just thinking, I don't know if we end up using that on screen cue. That was just throwing it out there as a possibility. Thanks for being here today, guys. Anything else anybody saw in sports over the weekend? Jameis Winston led the Giants. Now, they did end up losing to the Lions, but it took a pretty big comeback for the Lions to win that game. I didn't see much of that. I didn't see any of that game, actually, so maybe we'll watch some highlights at some point, but I did see Jahmyr Gibbs had like 264 scrimmage yards or something. 3 touchdowns. He really is Jahmyr Gibbs is probably the best offensive player in football right now. Jahmyr Gibbs, Jackson Smith, and Jigba. I don't know. Who else? Justin Jefferson? I don't know. Anybody have any thoughts? Calling Jahmyr Gibbs RB1 the whole league? I don't think that's ridiculous. Let's see what we got here, guys. I'm going to just say greatest Lions with like a neon blue. We could try that. Or the Lions blue. It just, you see how like it just doesn't look as good? Even though it's more true to the color of the lines, it just doesn't look as good. You guys on CapCut? Maybe we just go back to that other neon. Greatest Lions wide receiver ever. I mean, there's no doubt about that. I don't know about...
I'll tell you, folks, I have never in my lifetime seen a receiver with more God-given ability than...
Or do we just say... I don't know. We got to work on this on-screen cue here, because I think the clips are pretty good. Like we said, we show, this is famously known as the catch, or one, there are multiple catches probably in NFL history, but this was one where Calvin Johnson reached behind his body. We like how much movement there is. Do we like these captions? I mean, we could change these captions too. We also have a beat switch in this one. There's a lot going on in this one.
I'll tell you, folks, I have never in my lifetime seen a receiver with more God-given ability than Calvin Johnson.
They were bringing up Calvin Johnson yesterday. I forget. I'll try to remember what context I heard Calvin Johnson's name. Oh, they were talking about Davante Adams, who's having a great season. Had another couple touchdowns last night. Davante Adams has like 13 touchdowns or something now, leads the league in touchdowns. And I guess it was Collinsworth or Mike Tirico, one of them, comparing Davante Adams to Calvin Johnson. It's funny because it's like, and they were saying that Calvin Johnson or Davante Adams like was as good around the goal line as anybody ever. But it's just interesting because it's like nobody compares to Calvin Johnson. It's like, who would you rather have, prime Davante Adams or prime Calvin Johnson? Calvin Johnson compares favorably to almost anybody in that conversation. Pretty much anybody. So I don't know. Do we say prime Calvin Johnson is greater than anybody? Something like that? Something like that, guys? Do we switch to... We like the beat switch, Elena says. Do we like the font that we picked? What about the font that we picked? Or the caption font.
I'll tell you, folks, I have never...
We love the cold open. I'm okay with greatest Lions wide receiver ever, but if we could extract that another layer to get it a little more charged, it'd be better. You like the font for the captions? It's a little big. Okay, I can turn it down a little bit, and we should maybe make it all caps.
I'll tell you, folks, I have never in my lifetime... I'll tell you, folks, I have...
Although, maybe...
never in my lifetime seen a receiver with more God-given ability than Calvin Johnson.
Do we need to call him Megatron or so? We gotta the term Megatron has to come in here somewhere. Does it not? That's my opinion.
I'll tell you, folks, I have never in my life.
It's such a good. I forget if that was who. I don't even. We still don't even know who said this. It was probably. Elena, when you say it does, what was that in reference to? When you said it does, what was that in reference to? Anyway, guys, thanks for being here. Like I said, I hope everybody had a great weekend. I hope everybody has a great Thanksgiving week up ahead. Watching football with family, loved ones. Need Megatron. Dan has got to sign off as damage control. All right, Dan. Have a great day, man. So, again, we'll go over our schedule this week, guys. We'll be on stream today. Like I said, it was going to be a shorter morning stream. Then be back on tonight, 7. Tomorrow, we'll be on longer in the morning. You know, regular morning stream. Maybe open it up to guests. And then we'll be on Tuesday night. You're live, Elena. You're live. We'll be on tonight, tomorrow morning, Tuesday night, and then we'll do like a longer morning Wednesday, like maybe some type of special early Wednesday, early Friday, fun Friday type thing. Spin some wheels on Wednesday this week. We've done that once before. The week of B-Wall's wedding. We've done that once before. So, thanks for being here this morning, guys. Really, a lot of people here this morning. So it's a good thing. So, wasn't debating whether or not I was going to go live or not. I'm like, might as well just go live. I haven't. You guys are the best. Thanks for being here. So, it does need Megatron. Well, how do we get Megatron in there, Elena? Like, we could definitely put it in the final frame.
I'll tell you, folks, I have never in my lifetime seen a receiver with more God-given ability than Calvin Johnson.
And now these are the same. That's the same play. I don't know. Maybe we want to find a different play. And guys, this is being prepped for like a Thanksgiving release. Because the Lions will be the first game on Thanksgiving up against the Packers. Fade transformation. You're saying, what do you mean fade transformation? You're saying at the final scene? Well, I'm saying this one we can say Calvin Johnson Megatron on this final. If that's even... This is just, it's fitting of the... It's kind of similar to some of our final cuts, That's how we've been ending them. And it also... Yeah, I guess it's a little different in that we have the beat switch earlier. Most of the time, we just have like a different final note on the ending frame. Here, we do a beat. So it might be a lot to do then a third beat switch. Does this hit hard enough, though?
I'll tell you, folks, I have never in my lifetime seen a receiver with more God-given ability than Calvin Johnson. Johnson.
That's got to be a little louder. Is that too loud, guys?
I'll tell you, folks, I have never in my lifetime seen a receiver with more God-given ability than Calvin Johnson.
You like it, Elena? You think it's great? Well, thanks for the kind words. That's awesome. You think it's great. You said, I mean, it's not, I don't think it's bad. I'm not saying, oh, I cut out all of the, I should leave that. Maybe leave that and then put something from here in there. Maybe. Something like that. Make it a little longer. Something like this, guys. Thanks for being here. Well, I'll play it one more time, Julia. I'm in the middle of kind of messing with it at the moment. So, you guys are the best. I'll play it one more time. Hope everybody has a great Thanksgiving week. Our favorite week. One of. Every week's our favorite week. Try to make it like that at least, you know, guys? Alright, we just extended it a little bit. It's still on the short end for us, like relatively. It's like 14, 15 seconds, so let's see what it looks like now. I just changed it up a little bit. We'll play it a couple times.
I'll tell you, folks, I have never in my lifetime seen a receiver with more God-given ability than Calvin Johnson.
I think it's decent at least. We need to look at the on-screen cue. Dan does need to sign off on this. So we're not going to release this today, guys. We will release something soon. Big trust on that. Thank you for all your support. Looks great. B-Wall's here. Let's go. Morning. I did shave. And hey, guys, we're at to like 100 views on the live stream this morning. So, Voldemort likes him young. It's remember? Voldemort likes him young. And wait till I cut my hair too. Oh my gosh. Guys, though. Yeah, this morning's abbreviated B-Wall. I'm sorry. Shaving off years. It's what Voldemort. Listen. Voldemort was trying to stay young. It is going to be buzz cut season. One of those girls. I need layout. Well, the thing is, it kind of looks like a mullet, which is kind of in these days. No, I can't do that. My hair's like not that curly. My hair's not curly. Rocking our former squad hat. Yo, Brian, check it out. Somebody in the chat said Buzzcut season by Lord. Never heard of it. Never heard of it. Like I said, guys, we hit 100 views on the live stream. Ain't no way we get 100 views on the live stream if I don't shave. And guys, it was funny. Like when I started this project, I was like, all right, I gotta shave every day now. And I like was kind of shaving every day. And then you guys saw like the last month, I was just like, not doing it, which is fine. But then I'm like, all right, Voldemort has been thinking, giving you more views. Let's try it out. Can't be too committed to any one thing. You guys are the best. B-Wall, Elena, Juliet, Dan, everybody in the chat. Thanks for being here. Anybody watch the B-Wall? You watched the Eagles game yesterday? That was kind of painful, but like I'm not too concerned. I'm not too concerned because, like I said, it might be part of the scripted part though. As we're still getting our scripted part out of the way here, guys. Might be part of the scripted part. Like we got the Chiefs Cowboys this week. Chiefs Cowboys this week. If the Chiefs are like. Yeah, I know, Juliet. Big news in Bucks County. Part of NFL scripts. We got the Chiefs and the Cowboys this week. The Chiefs are probably going to win that game. But either way, like if one of those teams had lost last week and then lost the Thanksgiving game, they would probably be out of the playoffs. And we know the storylines. We know the fan bases. Pat Mahomes, Cowboys. They got to be in the playoffs. They just got to be in the playoffs. That's just how it is. I get it. We're not hating. Not hating. But that's why I'm not too concerned over the Eagles' loss. Plus, like, Dak has some crazy good record against divisional opponents in Dallas. Like, it's crazy. At least, especially recently, I think I saw pregame. So, it's disappointing given how the Eagles started the game that they wound up losing. Welcome. How are you doing? Where are you from? I don't know how to pronounce your name, but thanks. Welcome. Hope you had a good weekend. Having a good day so far. B-Wall, Russia? Well, welcome. Thank you for being here. Dan had to sign off, Brian. Well, thanks for being here. I love Russia. One day I will go to Russia. Can't wait. How's it going over there in Russia? I can say that because Dan's not on the stream. Good. Well, it's good to have you. Do you enjoy sports? Love from the USA, exactly. It's all love. It's all love. All love on this stream, especially. All love from the USA on this stream, especially. Soccer? Do you have a favorite team? B-Wall, I'm going to play you the two shorts that we have. Tell me what you think about them, okay? And Anybody who has an opinion. First, we have our Calvin Johnson short. I don't know. We got to come up with a different on-screen cue other than greatest Lions wide receiver ever. But we'll come up with something, I think. Calvin Johnson, Megatron. I love that looks really good. With the gold? Maybe not the gold. With the green, maybe? Oh, the snake. Yeah, dude. We'll do more of the snake. Love dude, that's what you're gonna find out there. Everybody loves Snake. Everybody loves Snake. Oh, that's funny, Brian. He also asked Morgan's dad about Kenny Stabler. Most clutch, and that was a good on-screen cue. I said most clutch Raiders wide receiver ever, something like that. All right, well, this is our Megatron short, guys. Did we like that? Juliet and Elena have said that they liked it. Do you guys believe that it's good enough to post? Do you guys believe that it's good enough to post? I mean, obviously we've got to edit it a little more, but...
I'll tell you, folks, I have never in my lifetime seen a receiver with more God-given ability than Calvin Johnson.
I think it's pretty good. One more time.
I'll tell you, folks, I have never in my lifetime seen a receiver with more God-given ability than Calvin Johnson.
So we like that. Some positive reviews in the chat. Publicar, well, we're gonna wait. We're gonna wait at least a day or two to Publicar that one, Brian. Just because we want it timed. Maybe I'm thinking we release that one on Wednesday. Elena says that they posted today. Okay, I hear you. Elena's like looking at my views and like not loving the views coming in. I hear you, Elena, about the analytics, which is good.
In my lifetime seen a receiver with more God-given ability than Calvin Johnson.
Well, that one we got to edit. Is that against some horrible Eagles throwback jerseys? I think it is. Didn't Dan say he wanted Final Cut, though? If I... Oh, Elena says need to post something. Yeah, yes and no, Elena. Yes and no. I hear you. Your instincts are definitely right. Elena says, need to post something. You right, Elena. You right. You right. You're not wrong. You ain't wrong. All right, we're going to send it. All right, you guys need to come. Greatest Lions wide receiver ever? I don't know. I don't think we need to post it today, guys. We're going to post something today, though. Big trust. But I don't think it needs to be this. Because it's like, it doesn't need to be this. You guys are right. I hear you. You guys are right. This is pretty much ready to go, but we're not going to post this today. I love the enthusiasm. You guys are the best. Like, pushing me to do the best stuff, which I love.
I'll tell you, folks, I have never in my lifetime seen a receiver with more God-given ability than Calvin Johnson. Receiver with more God-given ability than Calvin Johnson.
It's pretty good, though.
I'll tell you, folks, I have never in my lifetime seen a receiver with more God-given ability than Calvin Johnson.
Put some double blurs on there. Put some double blurs on there, guys, and it's pretty much almost done.
I'll tell you, folks, I have never in my lifetime seen a receiver.
That one just looks a little funky.
I'll tell you, folks, I have never in my lifetime seen a receiver with more God-given ability. I'll tell you, folks, I have never in my lifetime seen a receiver with more God-given ability than Calvin Johnson.
I think it's pretty good. Calvin Johnson, Lions, great. Do we send it, guys? All right. All right, guys. We're going to call the stream here today, guys. Thanks for being here. You guys are the best. I am maybe going to post this today. I'm going to put it on my phone so I have the ability to post. If you guys want to send me possible like titles you want me to use for it, let me know. I'll be back on at 7 o'clock tonight. You guys are the best. Hope everybody has a great day. Thanks for being here, guys. I'll see you guys later. I won't forget the logo, Elena. You're right. You're right. Put that in right now before we forget.
I'll tell you, folks, I have never in my lifetime seen a receiver with more God-given ability than Calvin Johnson.
Like I said, guys, we might post this today. We might not. I'm just thinking. You know what I'm thinking. I'm thinking it's Thanksgiving on Thursday. I want this short peaking sometime near Thursday, so that's why I might be hesitant to release this. Okay, but there's a chance it comes out today. Thanks for being here this morning. I'll be on later tonight. You guys are the best. Hope everybody has a great day, and we'll talk soon. Peace out, everybody. Love.